we got a bunch of people on the show right now, obviously, I'm getting set up for maybe a 5-star. It's been a while. Oh, for a 5-star.
What did she do? I forgot what she did.
Oh, this chick?
Yeah, the one that you showed the
that's
intake picture.
Yeah, the one you fell in love with.
Oh, yeah.
This morning Moron. She was beautiful. In fact, actually, I will fill you in or remind you, Valdez. For everyone out there watching, welcome to the show. Check this out. All right, here is the phrase of the day. Pre-sucked Skittles.
What?
Yes, pre-sucked Skittles is the culprit in today's Morning Moron. And I was like, is this a Florida man story? I do not believe it's from Florida, but might as well be. Okay, so
sounds like an Uber horror story.
Yeah, well, there's a report online claiming that a young woman was arrested after she got caught filling up her ex-boyfriend's gas tank with Coke Zero and pre-sucked Skittles. Now,
all right,
we don't know why she sucked on the Skittles before she filled it up with Coke Zero. Maybe she was going for that Mentos-like explosion. She's trying to blow up the car mafioso style, but she didn't know about Mentos. And she's like, Skittles will work if I just suck on them a little bit. That actually obviously brings up a lot of questions, like mainly how it was discovered that she sucked the Skittles before stuffing them in a gas tank. What was the CSI forensics on that? They're like, oh, looks like there's Skittles in a gas tank. Doesn't look like there's that much dye on them. She must have sucked them before she put them in gas.
Takes his sunglasses off. He's like, these Skittles are pre-sucked. Cue the music. Wow!
Oh, I wish I had that sound bed. Another thing, too, you would think that gasoline would kind of peel off any kind of coat of Skittle coloring. But maybe it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that may make you think twice about sucking on some Skittles. Be like, this red 9 dye, gas won't even peel this off, but your tongue will?
How angry was she where she mistakes Skittles for Mentos?
Oh, I know. Well, she sounds like a winner for sure. Now, several sites have picked up the story. They also showcase the woman's mugshot, and you're going to fall in love, actually.
Right.
You guys ready for this one?
I'm ready.
Because now you're going to be thinking about, man, she could suck the color off a Skittle. Bam.
Just don't piss her off. Oh.
Don't piss her
off. That's right up Fatty's alley.
She can have my Skittles.
Yeah, no, it's pretty much everyone's alley. She's a beautiful woman.
Crazy eyes and all.
Oh, yes.
Even that mugshot, I feel she's going to stab me, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah, no, she actually looks like, a little mischievous in that. So she knows. She's like, yeah, I suck those Skittles. You want to watch me suck some Skittles? And I'm like, excuse me, my name's Officer Skittles. I have to have a word with you. Now, I don't know the name of this woman or location it happened or any information from the department.
It's not relevant.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. This beautiful woman likes to suck Skittles before filling it up in her boyfriend's gas tank. And this morning, I'm calling the boyfriend the Morning Moron in this scenario.
Yeah.
How do you let this angel of a maniac go? She can suck the color off of Skittles and you let her go?
Moron.
Yes, so that dude for sure is a Morning Moron. And see, we did a 180 on that.
You know how much engine
Rocco 2.1 KFMA. We're back here live on the podcast broadcast. I want to play some music from Falling in Reverse and Jelly Roll. That was an adorable request. I had to squeeze in some Kill Switch because apparently Kill Switch has new music out. Who else has new music? None other than Disturbed. I did give out tickets for their show, but I do have new music to play from Disturbed this hour as well. And that song is called... Actually, did they put it in this? No, I don't have new music from Disturbed this hour. That's fine. But I still have Chloe in studio. We're going to wrap things up talking about Kisses Carnage and the outfit that I'm going to wear to host the festivities tonight and how you could join us. We'll give you all that information after Falling in Reverse, Jelly Roll with All My Life. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA.
Love that song.
Clear. What was that?
I love that song.
Oh. So you whispered in like a serial killer there?
Just let it happen.
Yeah. All right. Now you've been bartending at Shooters. What's some of your fun nights to bartend at Shooters? Are you still bartending at Shooters?
Yeah, I'm there Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I've seen our streamers, out there for like karaoke and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you have a karaoke night. What are some other fun nights at Shooters?
Karaoke Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We've got a bunch of events coming up. OPR hosts quite a few bike nights. They donate to the Arizona Deaf and Blind School, so they always have really fun events outside. Yeah,
nice.
it's a good time.
I'm very excited about tonight because, I haven't been able to see that back set up yet. And then I know once I go there and I see all the vendors set up, all it's going to do is get me excited and thinking about like, oh, what can you do next? Like what's some other parties that we can do? But I'm very, I'm proud of you for putting this together. I know how hard it is to put together events like this, and especially one that's so unique. That's going to be obviously like entertaining and just visually stimulating, all the way through. It's going to be super sexy. It's going to be a sexy ass show.
So sexy.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, you told me to wear black and red, so I got to try to sexify it, be as sexy as possible, which is not easy for me to do. Valdez is already wearing black and red.
He came prepared.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He knew what time
Those
it
are
was.
my two favorite colors.
Yeah, he's already a sexy man, Super svelte is the way I describe Valdez now.
Settle down.
Moving forward.
Settle down.
This guy works out all the time. It's a mountain of muscle, I
and
call
he
him.
has a mohawk.
That's a mountain of
Double
muscle with
whammy.
mohawk, yeah. Which if you just take the first letter out of every word there, he's just yeah. There you go. You're welcome.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, thanks.
liked it.
Yeah. You can put that on a t-shirt.
So is the new HR lady listening, or?
No, there is no new HR lady. It's the one in corporate in LA. She's the same lady holding it down, and she knows me well.
She'd
Now
probably say too.
she would.
She's like, I know this guy.
Yeah. I mean, you're a fetish to some. They look at you and be like, "That's a mountain I want to climb."
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. I dated this fitness model who was a chubby chaser. She had the 8-pack, and I was just like, meh, I drink 6-packs.
That's amazing. That's amazing, though. I mean, that's just how it is sometimes.
And we were in academy together, and she approached me. That's what's the whole nuts thing about it. Like,
Yeah.
she knew what she wanted.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a lot of women are chubby chasers. Chloe is.
There's a thing about it, and we can't probably talk about it.
Huh.
But if you know, you know.
Well,
If you know, you know.
oh, you
if
can't
you're
talk about it?
chasing chubby, you know, you know.
Well, you think it has anything to do with the dong?
No, it's not the dog.
Okay. What is hold on. I want to know. We're back on the air. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. You have to enlighten us here, Chloe, as we're an educational show first and foremost, an entertainment show second, and a music show third. With that said, what is the reason why chubby chasers chase chubby men? What is the benefit there?
They love to eat. They love food. They love to eat.
Oh, yep. And you're absolutely right. And
Yeah.
the flip side to that coin
1,000% true.
as well. The old oral fixation line. Yes, absolutely. Yes. And you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. All right. So, see, we just learned something or was reminded of something.
Yeah, it's a
today.
good place to lay. It's comfy.
Yeah, it's like a warm water bed, That's why I try to remain so soft. I'm like, I'm like a down pillow, baby. What's up? There's feather area. This is a feathered area here.
I first met my friend Glasgow in like 2007, and she didn't know how to describe me. She's like, you're just so like cuddly and safe. Like, I just want to like lay on top of you. I'm like, great, like a strip club couch.
Yeah.
It's like, it's seen some things, but yet it's still like wantable.
It's so funny that she's like, you're cuddly and safe. I just want to lay on top of you. Be like, I'm not that safe when we reverse the roles and I lay on top of you.
And since that
Tapping
day
out.
to this day, she still calls me couch. She's like, how you doing, couch? I'm like, good.
But you don't want to be a strip club couch.
No, why? What's wrong with the strip club couch besides you don't want to run a red light all over it?
But I
Or a
mean,
black light.
think that through. Like all the
Yeah, okay.
cheeks that have been on
That's
it.
that's exactly me. I've
Like,
seen some things, man,
everything.
but yet still people want to like sit on me.
There's still cigarette burns on it from when there was cigarettes
So,
allowed
yeah,
in
because
it.
I got scars and I'm
So you're a-
exactly like that.
You're a strip club couch.
I'm stained and scarred and still comfortable.
That's hilarious. Let's pull up this beautiful flyer of that Shooters has on their Facebook page for Kisses and Carnage tonight. Real quick before we welcome Herb Stratford in studio, which
Herb.
we're going to be excited to talk about movie releases. Like I said, there's so many things happening this weekend. We've been giving out tickets for the Tucson Roadrunners Saturday and Sunday. Of course, Saturday is Dusty's birthday. I'll give a pair of tickets for the Roadrunners before the end of the hour. So you could join us for this. It's going to be a big party. On top of that, of course, we got the beer crawl that's happening, the Tucson Foodie Craft Beer Crawl on Saturday from 1 to 6. But tonight kicks it all off at Shooters for the Kisses and Carnage event. And this is an outdoor festival style setup with about 15 vendors, about 20 performers, everything from fire eaters, burlesque dancers, to different arts, erotic arts that you've never even heard before, but wildly fascinating and entertaining. And it'll be a visual and audio experience that you probably have never had before. And it's all happening tonight, and I'll be hosting it as well. And Chloe has been the mastermind behind this entire thing, working hard and getting everybody organized. And I've been seeing the thread of messages. These performers are extremely excited to participate in this.
Yeah, extremely talented. I'm so grateful to have them all. It's a great group.
As a fan, and I don't want you to single out anyone individually, but as a fan, who are you most excited to see perform tonight?
Well, I think I'm gonna go with the Chains. I saw a really cool drop yesterday from Arachnus, and I'm really looking forward to seeing that. It looks dangerous.
You know what I like about this too?
What?
Like everyone has cool names like me, right? So I don't feel like the outsider, a weirdo. Like I got a nickname. We got Arachnus. What are some of the other performers' names that are performing tonight?
We've got Nail, Mantis,
Mantis.
Mindy Savage Slays, Christy Cream,
Yep.
Jade Tree.
See, these are all radio
Kill,
names.
Gizmo,
See, Be Vegan sounds like the most normal name of that bunch.
Ash Wednesday.
Ash Wednesday is actually
Yeah.
gonna be there
Yeah,
on a Friday. That's amazing.
on a Friday night.
And there's gonna be food. What's the food vendor? You gonna have a food truck there?
Yeah, so I've got Willie's Phillies coming, food vendor. There's Brianna's gonna be there with her bakery, Quantity One, bootleg clothing, jewelry, art, inked enable tattoo.
So if I wanted to get like studded bracelets and stuff like that, because I have to kind of dress for this, I could get that from one of these vendors.
Perhaps. I don't know what kind of crazy goods they're gonna have. I know you can get custom panties.
Yeah, I don't need custom panties, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah. I need something that's more containing. Panties don't do it, I need something to hold it in, like a compression sock, right?
Oh man.
So, well, Kisses and Carnage. I'm sure. Yeah. You got enough. I painted the picture well enough for you. You can see the flyer to this event happening tonight at Shooters. It's a 21 up event. Tickets are only $10, and there's a full bar as well. Shooters at 3115 East Prince. Chloe, we appreciate you hanging out with us this morning, and we're excited about tonight.
Yeah, I had fun. Thanks, guys.
Of course. We're going to wrap things up with Chloe on the podcast broadcast stream. Be back with Herb Stratford after music from Linkin Park and from Ashes to New on Rock 102.1. Yeah, I can't even imagine wearing panties, just like,
Quick birthday shout out to streamers Darlene and Linz. They had birthdays this week.
What, they both had birthdays at the same day?
Not the same day as the same. I think Linz is today, right?
Oh, okay, nice. Well, happy birthday, Lindsay. It's good to see you and on there. And then, of course, Darlene as well. And maybe we'll see you guys tonight. It seems like this is going to be a party. I know it for a fact. It's going to be super fun. And to have Looney DJing in between, and he's fantastic.
Your girlfriend's favorite DJ.
Did he pick that?
Looney.
Oh, yeah, of course he did.
He had me record a new one for him, so I think he's been using that.
Oh, so you've been the voice.
I guess, yeah. I didn't get any voice money, but I'm the voice.
Nah, DJ doesn't have any, or Looney doesn't have any voice money. But is he like, are you like your girlfriend's favorite DJ, DJ Looney?
No,
I'm
because
Valdez.
he made me come up with a new one because he won the contest for like Tucson's best DJ.
Mm.
So I had to do that. I didn't know what I was doing. I just recorded multiple ones. I was like, go to town. Use whichever one.
Yeah. Nah, I love Looney. He's a good dude. He's the official DJ of our show.
Yeah, he told me that, and I was like, "Oh, no way."
Yeah. So we haven't done any live events
Just
in a
like that.
minute.
She's like, oh, no way.
Yeah. I was almost impressed, but then I was like,
She's like that close.
cool. Yeah.
He's so
Still
nice.
not gonna bang you. I don't know. You probably hear all those kind of lines like, "Hey, what's up? I do this, I'll do that," right? Like people always kind of putting in a line.
Yeah.
What's some of the weirdest flexes that you've had thrown your way as an attempt to seduce you?
I have a guy who tells me I have really nice thumbs.
Okay, you got to show your thumbs on the stream.
There you
I'll be
go.
a judge of that. I'll be honest with you about your thumbs. Here, the camera's right in front of you. Let's give me a hitchhiker thumbs up. I don't know. It's almost like a toe thumb.
Wow, thank you. It is not a toe thumb.
Yeah, you got the Megan Fox thumbs.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, well, that's a weird. That is a weird creep move, right?
Yeah.
You know,
It's
you're like-
weird but unique. I bet you nobody's ever told you your thumbs are nice.
But that's the sole purpose of why he is going with that angle. Instead
Here,
of
let me-
saying pretty smile, nice butt, boobs, any of that stuff, he's just gonna be like, "Oh, look at me, I'm not that much of a creeper or perv. You have really nice thumbs." Did
Fine,
anyone tell
I'll
you
top
that?
it. Hi,
It's
I'm a fat
erotic.
guy.
What'd you
He
say?
swooned me.
I said I'll top it. I'm like, hi, I'm a fat guy.
Oh yeah, that's the line that works.
So-
All right, so I guess
Just shake hands and be like, I like to eat.
yeah.
I like food.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I feel like we're flirting.
Yeah, I feel like there's a love connection happening right now and stuff. I'll put myself backstage.
So these food trucks you speak of.
Yeah. So besides thumb guy, what else are you getting?
Oh man. Well, I have like an inappropriate tattoo on the back of my neck. It says "kiss here."
Okay.
And
That's not
it's
that
super cute, but
inappropriate, yeah.
then like I was at Costco getting pizza the other day, and I'm like schlubbed out at a Costco.
Got your hair in a bun or something?
Yeah, and this guy comes up behind me and he's like, "How often do people do that?" And I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, because when you get a tattoo, you forget that you have the tattoo on you,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I would have been thinking about the pizza. I'm like, pizza, people buy it every day.
Right.
It just gets weird. It's a little weird sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like it's gotta suck for you in the summertime because a lot of times when you just want to go grab something real quick, you put your hair in a bun because it's hot out, and then like you better watch out. You know, don't be by like a bus stop or something. All of a sudden, somebody just kiss you on the back of the neck, like what the fuck, and you're like, oh shit, I guess
I
they
did
did
that
read.
to myself. Yeah.
You did it to yourself. I know.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. So, but you know, at least there's. I mean,
Have women picked you up weird?
all the time.
Like what? Like
Well, I was talking just on the show. I was literally on the air just the other morning and talking about kind of like, you know, messing up this Valentine's weekend and stuff and empty nesting because my daughter moved out of my place, right? Because so I'm officially an empty nester and, you know, adjusting to that and it being weird. And then I had a call from Sandy. And Sandy's like, you know what you need? You need just a couple randoms in rotation, just to
Oh wow.
basically, yeah, like she was offering to jump into my hoe train, and I'm like, whoa, no, Sandy, I keep saying no. I appreciate it. It's, I mean, whenever a woman does, you know, flirt or offer that, I'm very appreciative.
He's here.
Yeah, but I don't take up every offer because, you know, because sometimes you don't want to, right?
Right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true. That's true.
Yeah. So that was a weird flex. And then sometimes I get like online and stuff. I have a few admirers out there. Like I had a woman on TikTok just be like, I like beef.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm like, that's a public comment, right? And I'm like, I'll like it. Nobody else is going to like it. But I'll go ahead and give you a like for that comment. Thanks for boosting the reach on that post.
You're like, yeah, baby, I'm a vegan.
Yeah. Yeah.
So drink specials, food specials until 10, and then the food truck is coming. It's only $10 to get in. Portion of the proceeds are going to Humane Society of Southern Arizona. You'll have everything from like fire eaters to, you know, chain people and all of that. It sounds like an awesome time.
dancers.
You'll
Yeah.
be there. Beef's gonna be emceeing. DJ Looney's gonna be there. Like,
Are you going to be there?
you know what? Yes, I
Okay.
have to be.
You have to be. It's
I
going to be a
have
good
to.
time. Well, look at that. Valdez just wrapped up your segment for you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you.
We'll see you tonight, and then
Okay.
I'll message you. You want me there like 6:30?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll be there. All right, so that's Chloe, everybody. Let me hit the reset. We'll be back with Herb Stratford right after this. All right, with that said, let's hit a reset. We're going to play Fake of Florida, give away a pair of tickets, Roadrunners game this Saturday, and so much more. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to the show. Got myself, Rico, and Valdez hanging out. And a little bit later, 9 a.m., Sean Gatt's going to be in studio. He's the owner of Gatt's Deli. He's also a TikTok megastar. We're going to be like, show us your ways. He is basically literally a short form Bob Vila, right? This guy is like Mr. DIY, be like, today I'm going to build a koi pond, and I'll show you how in 90 seconds.
Damn.
Yeah, and he's so well-spoken, but he's tattooed from head to toe all over his face. He moved to Tucson not too long ago after falling in love with one of our beautiful locals here, as a lot of people do, you know.
Typical.
Yeah, I mean, hide your kids, hide your wife, but hide your wife specifically because celebrities come for Tucson ladies, and that has been a long history of, you know, basically celebrities fall in love with locals from Tucson, and I get it. We have beautiful women here. Beautiful women and delicious tacos, and those two go hand in hand. So, yeah, we'll be getting to know Sean Gatz in the podcast broadcast at 9 a.m. And if the name's not familiar for you, keep an eye on our Rock 1 2.1 Instagram page as we're going to post pictures. You'll definitely recognize the face if you've been on social media in the past, like, year, because the dude is just out there. It's insane to see. This is the new form of celebrity. In fact, actually, he has more followers than a lot of your favorite actors or actresses, even musicians.
Really?
Yes, and that is a currency in this day and age that, you know, comes with a lot of opportunity, financially and just in life in general. So, you know, to see all the different, like, the benefits of growing a social media presence like he has, to get to know that and kind of behind the scenes is going to be fascinating. So I'm very
And it's like
excited.
with him, it's a little bit different because it seems very earned. Like he does a lot of really cool DIY stuff, and it has like that charisma that just kind of reaches out, and it's kind of hard to avoid.
Yeah, it's
You know?
like you can't not respect this dude because here's the thing. He blows up, he becomes a TikTok influencer, then Instagram, all that stuff, right? And he can just kick back and just shoot content, do whatever he wants, but what he wants is to make an honest living. So what does he do? He invests with his fiance in a food truck, trying to start up a restaurant called Gatz Deli. Valdez and I went down there to have a Taylor ham and egg sandwich, and it was 5 stars, dude. That's a pork roll thing, and this is how I knew he was from New Jersey, like me, because only people in New Jersey know what Taylor ham is, and pork roll in general, and they love it there. And so, you know, yeah. So he
Gotta get him on that Dickman steak here.
yeah, exactly.
Right?
Well, definitely. That's a reel in itself. But with that, you know, he could just be kicking back doing OnlyFans and creating content and making bank and living a good life. But he's still working his ass off and doing like 8 hours in the food truck, then going shooting stuff and
Like digging
editing.
trenches, and you're like, what the hell, man?
Yeah, dude. Whatever is
Right.
energizing him, I need him to bottle it and sell it to me because I need that kind of energy. So, again, yeah, we're going to go down the rabbit hole with Sean Gatz on the podcast broadcast later. Let's get into your headlines. There's a lot of news happening in the world today, and we don't have enough time to go down the rabbit hole on all of it, but I do have just enough time to give you the headlines. Here's our first headline. An 87-year-old man in Oklahoma just scored the Guinness World Record for largest brick collection. Largest brick collection.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Did he get the record beyond every construction site out there? This is a personal collection of bricks. How many bricks do you think it would take to get the Guinness Book of World Records for it?
Favorite people today.
We have all the important people here today for sure. And please welcome back. And I gotta adjust this camera, I guess, because you're like the Jolly Green Giant. You're like cut off.
Oh,
Rock 2.1 KFMA. Adjust that camera there, Herb Stratford, as we get you. Oh, that's the other way. Because you are such a giant of a man. And please welcome back in studio for the first time in 2025, Mr. Herb Stratford, everybody.
Yeah, thank
yes, it's a
you,
big
yeah.
deal. It's a big deal to have Herb in studio because, you know, he's been out and about. We did touch base with him last week, but from home, because he was overcoming the illness of traveling around through Sundance and the Critics' Choice Awards, where he buddied up with some celebrities and probably got blocked by a couple celebrities in the process.
Restraining orders are now coming in.
we had creepy scenarios in the past that we called out. Do you feel like at the end of the Critics' Choice Awards this year, your wife was like, "Good job"?
yes, because I did not. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go any further.
Did you
than
do
that.
the
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves hands hands being seen in your pictures at all shots?
I should have, but I didn't.
you
No. But yeah, I got away clean. There was no scolding. So yes, I think that's
love
a good
it.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I learned my
yes,
lesson.
Absolutely. We have a lot that we want to cover about new releases that are happening. So let's talk about before we get into what's on our streaming services, which we'll do in the next segment. Let's talk about the movies that are being released this weekend in theaters. Now, last weekend was pretty much dominated by Captain America.
Yes.
Which actually did decently. underperformed when compared to just Marvel in its heyday.
And there was a lot of fanboy hate and, blah, blah, blah.
There's always going to be that, right? But, there really was nothing else going on as far as popcorn flicks and date flicks.
Yep.
So they lucked out.
Yes.
And they ended up cleaning up at the box office. This weekend, we got a movie that I've been kind of, for whatever reason, we've been hearing about The Monkey, the Stephen King movie, for a long time now, and it's finally coming out.
Yes, and I saw it yesterday morning. And it's the thing with King is, and
Stephen King.
Stephen King.
Yeah, he just says it like they go golfing together all the time.
My bro, King.
So the thing with King adaptations is it's really hard to get it right. Right?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like he hates The Shining. I think, he's never really been happy with any version of The Stand. I mean, it's very, I think he liked Christine or maybe Carrie, but it's hard to get his unique mix of stuff right because a book is so much more nuanced and in-depth and a movie is just very surface, right? So I'm going to tell you that, I remember reading this in 1985.
And this is a short story.
This is a short story. It came out as part of the Skeleton Crew book. And the monkey was actually on the cover of the book. And so I very well remember this book. And ironically, Beef, this is sort of an interesting side note. The story was originally published in 1980 in Gallery magazine.
Oh, it was
Check out King publishing stories in skin rags. Okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty creepy.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a skin rag. 'Cause that was before my time. So
yeah.
Gallery was kind of like a Playboy of its time.
Like We or, any of those things. Yeah,
Okay.
sort of the knockoff of Penthouse and Playboy. Anyway,
Nice.
I heard about it. I never saw an actual issue.
Sure,
but
sure,
I
yeah,
heard
yeah,
about
yeah.
the magazine. Anyway, so this this story is about a toy monkey and basically the sort of whenever the monkey gets wound up, people die and whatever. So it was always sort of a creepy story. It was always one of these things where it's like, oh, they should adapt that, and they just had never gotten around to it. And if you think about it, again, came originally he wrote it in 1980.
Right.
He wrote it like 40 some years ago. Anyway, I feel like this really does a great job of capturing what we were just talking about, that stew of stuff. It's like it's pulpy, it's funny, it's got some shock scares. It's just like it's hard to capture that, and I don't know if it's easier with a short story because there's less to work with. But also, they modified a lot of the things from the short story. But there's a great cast: Theo James, and a bunch of other people, and it's I laughed. You know what I mean? It's
Okay,
funny.
so there's laugh out loud moments in there?
It's funny.
Okay.
It's gruesome. It's a nice twist on the original story. It was at 85% yesterday on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's huge.
Yeah, it's having a pretty good opening. They think it's going to be A24's second biggest horror opening after Longlegs, which, of course, directed by Osgood Perkins as well, the same director. And, a lot of people don't remember, this is Anthony Perkins' son.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So this is Hollywood royalty in a way.
Yeah, well, it's also nepotism.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. But also, he's sort of made his own. He was an actor, and then he's doing more directing. He has a nice cameo in this movie as well. So if you know what to look for, you'll see him. But yeah, it's a fun ride. And I mean, if you're a horror fan, this is worth your money. It's a fun ride. It's good. There's some, like I said, pulpy, campy, funny, some gruesome deaths.
Yeah.
It's got everything.
Yeah, it checks all the boxes. It's
Yeah.
so funny too because the monkey, with this horror villain being this toy monkey, has literally been an antagonist of mine my entire life. Because when the story came out in 1980, and of course in 1985, being on the cover of the book, as growing up in the 80s, for whatever reason, this was always kind of like a terrifying image. And this is where it originated from. Like toy monkeys to me always were like evil, and I didn't know why.
Yeah.
And now it's like kind of all making sense. It was like planted in our subconscious at a very early age, and 40 years after the fact, they are now releasing the movie and nailing it.
And it's interesting because the modification, right? Because the monkey was the symbol thing, right? And now
Yeah.
that he's a drummer and the scale is bigger, and it's just they did a really good job. Whoever the prop guy was making this thing because it is creepy as F.
Yes.
I mean, it is like when you wind the thing up, its lips open and exposes its teeth, and you're like, oh my God, it's scary. You wouldn't think a toy would be
And
scary.
I look and I see Valdez smile, and I'm just like, I did a jump scare as well. Like, no.
Yeah. It's good, but it's funny because that's what's so great about good sort of pulpy horror movies is it's not just scare the crap out of you,
Yeah.
right? It's like there's moments of humor and it's unsettling, and you know what I mean? And you have a chance to look around and go, oh my God, did you see that? You know, so it's fun. It should be fun.
Yeah, so what has Stephen King said about the monkey?
He actually likes it.
That's good.
Yeah,
And so it's
which is
actually
rare.
approved by
Yeah.
Stephen King,
Yeah.
which is one of the very few out of the long laundry list. I mean, did he approve of Shawshank Redemption?
Yeah, I think he did.
How can
but-
you not, dude? That's one of the
Yeah.
great films ever made.
Agreed. But again, it's a short story,
Yeah.
right? And it's also that one is not a horror movie at all.
Right.
You
Well,
know?
I mean,
unless
have
you
you been
talk.
to prison?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
That's
there
true.
are some scenes, some love scenes in there that are pretty horrifying.
yeah, love scenes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
it. All right. Well, with that said, of course, The Monkey is out this weekend, and that's a perfect date night movie if you're looking to go out with your significant other because people love scary movies, and there's some laughs, and then you'll always be traumatized by the toy monkeys from here on out, right?
Yes.
That's a fact. Okay, well then let's switch gears. The next film that is coming out to movies everywhere is looks like an action film because it's called Cleaner. So I'm familiar of the phrase "the cleaner." It's somebody that comes in, cleans up the job, right?
Well, yes, but it's different. In this case, imagine, if you will, an alternate universe where Die Hard is not a Christmas movie, and it stars Daisy Ridley as a former military sort of washout person who is now a window washer. And she works at this building where there's this sort of environmental company, this sort of they're like a basically an evil company in essence, right? And these terrorists come in and basically hold them all hostage. Well, she is sort of the last person who could possibly help end this situation, but she also happens to have her autistic brother with her, so she's got extra baggage that she's needing to deal with, like making sure he's safe. Clive Owen plays one of the big bad guys, and I love Clive Owen. He's just so wonderfully evil, and he chews the scenery up very well. So just imagine that. Imagine, hijackers coming in, taking over a building, and one lone assassin sort of running around, messing with them.
I like this sales pitch. Imagine, if you will, a Hollywood that lacks all imagination and recreate something just by changing gender roles and adding in autistic just for a modern day flair. The Cleaner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way it was sold to me.
You can read it. And I mean, honestly, Daisy Ridley, to her credit, she did the movie a couple months ago where she was the first woman to swim the English Channel. She is doing everything she can to change the narrative that she is just Rey, right, in Star Wars. So give her credit for that. But she's a small, slight woman. You know what I mean? Like, I believe John McClane, right? You know what I mean? As a cop, I believe that. I'm a little less believing of her being such a,
They do give her like superhero strength on here. There was a scene where she kicks a woman and the woman flies across the room. And Daisy Ridley's like, got to be 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, my ankle. I just kicked you too hard.
Yeah. But again, I don't see the autistic brother anywhere in there and stuff. But, that's. Yeah, that is such a modern. There he is.
There he is.
And autistic in a way that just like
he just requires extra
Yeah, he's got sensory issues.
Yeah, and obviously that's
so
not
it's
the
like
place
light
for somebody.
autism too. It's like, you're just being
It's
a
like
bitch, dude.
it's like our dynamic. I'm the muscle. I'm the autistic muscle.
Nah, if you would have gave me someone with full Down syndrome, I'd say shut up and take my money. This is someone I want to see protected. A normal, good-looking guy, mind you, in this movie, because of course Hollywood actor with slight autism tendencies. Like, pick up a gun, bitch. You'll be fired too. I got autism. No, okay. Well, those are two movies that are coming out here. The Monkey is definitely a don't miss type of movie, and The Cleaner is something that you've seen before, but this time you'll see it with Daisy Ridley.
Yes.
All right, so let's keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. That's not all, though. If you want to just stay on your couch, watch some awesome series on streaming services, Herb Stratford's going to run those down for us next after music from POD and Green Day on Rock 102.1 KFMA. I got a slight case of the tism. I can't fight these terrorists.
I'm on this part of the spectrum.
Yeah, exactly. The part that doesn't fight.
Yeah. Interesting. I'm glad that we're going to be talking about White Lotus. I watched the first episode. I'm very excited about it. It's such a well-written show, dude.
Yes.
Such a well-written show. Have you been watching Traitors?
No.
Too bad.
So I had to watch all this stuff.
Yeah. All right.
So, and then I had to watch the challenge, right?
Yes, got to watch Challenge. Watch
All-Star
Challenge
Rivals.
All-Stars continues to grow.
Yep.
I haven't been able to watch it. I've just been seeing clips because I don't have MTV.
Oh, that's right.
And I didn't want to pay for an All-Star series when I was already paying for Paramount. Like, F you, MTV. for taking that. That's a Paramount series, and I was ready to go. They are shooting 41 right now.
Yes.
And I do know the cast. You know the cast
No,
of 41?
no.
Okay, so this is great.
Tell me.
I'll pull this up. Yeah,
I'm excited,
You're gonna like
actually.
this. So the theme might be OGs versus newbies is what they're tentatively titling it, or Pink Rose is calling it, right? Because there's a spoiler thread that I peep out. And so for those of you who don't know the challenge, you're not going to care about this at all.
Just tune out for a minute.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Even just for the sake of aesthetics and stuff, I love you, Valdez, but this is a me and Herb thing, so
Go to town, man.
okay. So, all right. So it looks like it's almost like a fresh meat type of setup, right? Because they continue to, embrace the old school of the characters that the fandom loves, but also introduce, new good-looking people to hook up and stuff, and get too drunk and cancel themselves.
Yeah.
All right. So the names that we know, you and I know, the veteran women.
Okay.
All right. First and foremost, Anissa, back again, always. She's got some like blackmail material on the producers. She's got to.
On Bunham, yeah.
Now in this case, she's just coming off of All Stars, right? She just got
Just
eliminated
left,
from All Stars, but she got fit since then. So All Stars was filmed last year, and so she's probably dropped about 40 pounds. So maybe Anissa can actually do decently because she was getting up there.
Good for her.
Yes.
Glad to hear that.
Yeah, but this is an athletic competition, and she's getting big. Ashley Mitchell is back. You don't like her.
Do not like Ashley.
She's I don't like what she's been doing with her face. She's
Yeah.
unrecognizable.
Yeah, I agree.
But she's also a lunatic, and that
she's
makes
she's good TV. No doubt about it.
Yeah, and she's guaranteed she's going to bang somebody. Aviv is back, so they put her back in rotation after like a breakout performance in
she was
Challenge
great.
40. Yeah, she's fantastic. So and of course she debuted in Fresh Meat, so it's fitting that she comes back for this type of Fresh Meat. Cara Maria is
Always
back.
happy to see her back. Yep.
Yeah, even though there was speculation that she wouldn't be back on the cast because she's gone full MAGA since her last performance. Oh, yeah, you don't want to follow her on social media.
Oh, no.
No, she is super MAGA, dude. And she says some very cringe stuff where, like she did LGB and she left out half of the alphabet. And they're like, bitch, you better put the rest of the alphabet in. So whatever. But either way, that's going to be good TV. Olivia. Scottsdale resident Olivia is back on it. Michelle she was on the World Championship, right? So it's good that she's back in it. Nani and Nia.
Really?
Or Naya.
All right. I do like my Naya.
Yeah, well, that's apparently a lot of people do. So that's the 8 women that round out the veteran cast. The men. You're going to be stoked about the men's list, dude.
Right.
This is a good who's who. First foremost, CT is coming back.
Excellent.
Yes. And he's been almost canceling himself because, he had a porn star girlfriend. And so, yeah, I mean, it's good that you don't know this shit and don't follow them on social media because to get to know these cast members is to not like them as people, right?
Okay, yeah, don't meet your heroes.
Yeah, do not meet your heroes.
Yeah.
But CT is back, and that's going to be good. Derek Chavez, he earned a spot on here. He's a Scottsdale resident as well, so Arizona representing on this. I love this. Derek Kaczynski. I always love seeing Derek Kaczynski. In fact, I feel like he gets kind of unfairly blacklisted sometimes because he went from doing the Challenge 30 to not being back on till the Challenge 40, with the exception of being a mercenary, which he stole the show when he was a mercenary.
True.
And then he was on All Stars. But yeah, it's like they kind of screwed over Derek because he's always been a character to root for.
Yeah.
He's a never quit small guy, lunatic pitbull. Bananas is on there. All right. So we got Bananas. We got Derek K. We got Derek C. We got CT. We have Leroy.
Okay.
Okay.
Who, of course, retired, and now you can't do a show without him showing up.
That's his wife, Cam, saying, you need to make money now.
Yeah, true.
Right? We want this nice house.
True.
Theo Campbell. Theo is back in there. Turbo is in there.
God.
I know.
He's good TV.
And Rogan. Rogan returns. Rogan from the UK.
Oh.
And former champion as well.
All right.
Okay, so those are the men, and that's a stacked cast.
It
now,
is.
The rookie women, I don't know any of these names. There's a lot of Big Brother contestants, like America Lopez, people seem to be excited about. Blue Kim, she's hot. Izzy from Too Hot to Handle, she's going to be hot.
Oh, yeah.
So Survivor chicks. Now, for whatever reason, they only named 4 of the rookie men. Love Island people on there. Are You the One? Amazing Race. So I don't know how it's going to be formatted as of yet, right?
Do we know when it's dropping? Is it dropping this year?
It's going to drop this year. That we do know. It's filming right now. The departure day was on the 10th for the rookies, the 11th for the veterans. And duration is going to be 8 to 10 weeks of filming, and they're in Chile. Yeah, so that's the new location, which is good whenever they do seasons in Chile. Now, if it's going to be like a fresh meat where it's like a veteran teamed up with a rookie, that'd be cool. If it's veterans against rookies, I doubt that's going to be the case because they would just,
They'll crush them. Yeah.
And I will say this, the only spoiler I will give you is that the first person seeming to be eliminated is a veteran male.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's where we're at.
I'm just glad there's no Devin, and I'm glad to see CT and Bananas because I always love them.
Yes, and I'm glad to see Derek. Honestly,
me too. Derek's a number, and actually, the only person that you didn't mention is that I would have expected is what's his name with the one hand? What's his name?
Jordan. But Jordan just won season 40 and talked a lot of shit during the whole process of season 40, and basically was saying, I'm done for a while. I'm going to concentrate on my racing and everything. So, he's kind of been like a diva, which made sense to me. I thought Bananas would kind of step back. But since Jordan basically kind of tied for GOAT status, then he's got to come back to attempt to win another one to get ahead.
That's true.
And that's why Bananas is back. So,
but Bananas is older, too. So Bananas' window is closing faster.
And I think he knows that as well. All right, that was Herb and I geeking out about the challenge. Welcome back, Valdez. Get back in the mix. Dude.
Hold on.
Yeah, so, all right.
I learned some stuff.
Yeah. So this is one of the things that Herb and I bond over. You never watched Love Island, do you?
I've watched a little bit of it, but not a lot of it.
So Love Island Spain has been my new favorite show that I do not watch. And the reason why is because of my boy Montoya. Montoya is a man who had, basically, they might as well change the name of Love Island to Cuck Island. Because what they do is they basically say, hey, it's your girlfriend. She's going to go on this date with this guy and then hang out in his room. I'm sure nothing's going to happen, but we do have a camera. You want to see? And sure, I'll see. Oh my God, they're fucking. And then Montoya's like, no. So that's, And so I've had video that I've been sharing. If you've been following my Twitter, I go all out on this. Some of the stuff I can't even show on YouTube because it's them literally having sex. You hear them having sex, but it's underneath a sheet, which makes it okay in Spain. I don't know if you would see this let's say, on MTV anytime soon. Let me see where I'm trying to scroll through. Where's my first Montoya clip? Anyways, I'm going to give you a couple things. So here's the update with Montoya. So Montoya's girlfriend cheats on him. He watches it. He goes full Hulk Hogan, rips off his chest, screaming, crying, feeling the pain, running down the beach, trying to stop them, right? With the cameraman in tow and the host saying, Montoya, Montoya.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. And you're just
It's very dramatic.
It's so dramatic. And with the music and stuff, you're like, oh, my God.
It's like a live novela.
Oh, it is. And then Montoya had a little comeback here. So I'm going to just play you just a little of this clip. This was me recapping it on Twitter, just to get you caught up here, Herb. Okay? That's Montoya.
If you're going to tell.
Montoya's girlfriend goes on a date with another Spanish lad who's hung like a mule and, super suave, as these Spanish dudes usually are. And they have a night in, and they're in the hotel room. Now, they probably know, or maybe they don't know, but there's a hidden camera in said hotel room with infrared vision. And that's where the host of Love Island Spain then sits down with the boyfriend and said, let's watch your girlfriend and this other guy hang out. See what might happen. Maybe she'll be faithful. Oh, no, she's banging him. And
on a beach television, mind you.
On a beach television. Now, I could explain this to you over and over again, or I could show you the clip that literally broke my heart into a million pieces.
Por favor, Montoya, por favor. Por favor, Montoya.
Yeah, wait for it. It's going to be the best, I promise you. It's like, take it all.
Montoya, Montoya.
Too late. Wait, maybe it's not too late. Maybe it's a bit. Oh, no, way too late. Way too late.
They're finished. They finished.
And they're done. The world cries for Montoya. His heart shattered in real time where you see him like physically break down. Look at this. Dude. Ripped his shirt off. He went Hulk Hogan on his heartbreak. All right, so that was the recap of Montoya, and it didn't stop there. So after that, Montoya hooks up with this blonde, right? So he gets a little revenge on his own, and she watches it, and she cries, and then and this is her reaction.
And even my son shows up.
Yeah. Well, and wipes the booger on Trump says. This is my Twitter page, mind you. So I got a bunch of
It's a
different
lot
stuff.
of content.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. But I think Valdez, you hit it. It's a telenovela, like in real time.
Yeah.
I mean, just you couldn't script that.
And they might as well just call it Cuck Island. I mean, because then that's what they're doing. They're taking turns watching each other's spouse. And Montoya, that was the first woman he ever loved. And then the woman and his ex-girlfriend, or soon-to-be ex-girlfriend, confronted each other. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. I'm just getting Herb Stratford caught up with Garbage TV. So the Montoya's new woman, right, the blonde woman, then confronted Montoya's girlfriend, and they had 10 minutes to basically verbally have at it. And it is crazy. So Love Island Spain has somehow became my favorite television show of 2025, and I have not seen a single episode from beginning to end. I just see all these different weird bang clips and people crying, and I'm just like in Spanish. And I'm just like reading captions and running it through ChatGPT and being like, whoa, that's heavy, man. That's heavy.
You're hooked. I love it.
Yeah. So keep an eye on that if you're following on X or Twitter, if you want to call it that. With that said, we got Herb Stratford in the studio. There's some scripted television shows that are fantastic and coming to your streaming services. First and foremost, let's talk about a show that's probably one of the best written shows on television, returning for season 3. I'm a massive fan of The White Lotus. What's going on with The White Lotus?
So, The White Lotus, it's funny. Mike White, who is the writer, director, showrunner, he's everything, right?
Yes.
I mean, this is his vision, and he has done such a great job of he writes characters in a way that I don't know anybody else does. He gives them so much dimension, and yet you have this ensemble cast where it's not just like a couple people. There's a bunch of people every year, and you're trying to figure out okay, what's going to happen with these people, and then those people, and then these people. And he does such a great job of weaving them all together. And then his casting process, every year, he has just this amazing group of people that come in. John Grise, Uncle Rico from Napoleon, he's back again.
Oh, that's yeah.
So that was the big surprise to everybody, was
Right.
that he's back. Because Jennifer Coolidge, who was his wife in season 2, met her demise at the hands of the gays,
Yep.
as she said it. And so this is nice to sort of tie this third season in a little bit with some of that stuff. But also, it's set in Thailand. Just makes you want to go to Thailand,
Yes.
and not just for weird sex stuff. It just looks beautiful. But
He read your mind there, Valdez. That's what happened there.
Somebody was going to say it. Michelle Monaghan is great in this. Patrick Schwarzenegger, who is Arnold's son, is
Yes.
in this. He's got a big role.
You know what's funny about that? Because he's like a sex addict in this show.
Yeah.
And I read that his inspiration was his dad. Legitimately.
Of course.
Like, how do you be like a sex addict creep? I'm like, well, I got somebody who I could be inspired by. Dear old dad.
It's true.
Yeah, and his behavior and his mannerisms and everything that he's going, his whole character inspired by Pop. So keep a close eye on Patrick Schwarzenegger, and you'll kind of see how Arnold was behind the scenes as he grew up.
And he's got this Tom Cruise smile. I mean, he's a very handsome guy, right? And,
Yeah.
and his parents are played by Parker Posey and Jason Isaac, which is just great because that's just great casting. I've seen 6 out of 9, so I've seen the bulk of it, and it's really delivering. I will say.
That was the hipster line. Yeah, you son of a bitch. Yeah, so.
Humble brag.
I saw one episode because the public only got one so far.
So does
Next
his
one.
son hit on all the cleaning staff in the show, or is that
everybody.
He's hitting on a hole in the ground. I mean, this guy is just
He's hitting on his own brother.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's awkward.
Yeah, so I mean, it gets sick and twisted. It gets crazy. It is White Lotus. The Uncle Rico actor's name again is
John Grise.
He's actually back for the 3rd season because his character debuted in the 1st season, and I could almost bank or bet that he's going to die this season because people die in White Lotus, and reoccurring characters for sure carry over to different arcs. But yeah, I mean, this guy who's living life high on the hog based off his dead wife's riches.
Yeah. Oh, you wouldn't
got
believe
some karma coming his way.
Yeah, I mean, his boat and the house he lives in is just ridiculous in this show. It's amazing.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
a
So
lot of
she was
fun.
that loaded. So yeah, White Lotus season 3. And Valdez, if you don't know this show, start watching from season 1 and thank us later. It
Do
really
have
is.
Max, so
It is
yeah,
good.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great show. So
93% on Rotten Tomatoes.
of
so,
course, of
Only
course.
because Herb said so.
Yeah, dude, and it
I
makes
don't
you
care
want to
about
go.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Even though bad things happen, it makes you want to go on vacation. And you see how like the rich people live on vacation. You're like, that's how you vacation.
I've heard about Thailand. No, thank you.
Well, there's other places.
Parts of Thailand.
Yeah. Season 1 or season 2 is in Hawaii. Season 1 is
No, season 1 was Hawaii. Season 2 is Italy.
Okay. Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's. We're switching gears to a show that's going to be released here on Netflix with Robert De Niro.
Yeah. Interesting to see. This cast is ridiculous. So it's Robert De Niro, Joan Allen, Connie Britton, Jesse Plemons, Matthew Modine, Lizzie Kaplan, and Angela Bassett.
Wow.
Okay, that's a ridiculous
Stacked.
cast. Okay,
Yeah.
so the premise of this is that there is a cyber attack on the United States that shuts down like everything, right? Angela Bassett's the president, and she calls on De Niro, who is her immediate predecessor, to lead the federal investigation of what happened, who attacked us, and why, and how do we stop them, and blah blah blah. So basically, then you've got all these sort of behind the scenes things, almost like House of Cards, like who's scheming against who else. Who are they trying to undermine? Lizzie Kaplan plays De Niro's daughter. She's now a senator. And again, he's the former president, and so it's a slow burn. I'll tell you, it's a little close to home because of some of the things that we're all sort of going through right now. It's a little close. Like there's there's like a shock jock who is very clearly supposed to be
vegan.
Alex Jones.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Sorry, I thought they were
and
immortalizing me. My bad.
You don't want to be this guy.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
He's a domestic terrorist. So anyway, it's good. It's a slow burn, but it's just the big rap on this right now. It's only at 43% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I sort of agree with that. It's a little close to home. It's a little bit like, oh, this is sort of like what we're going through right now, except we haven't had a cyber attack. But you know what I mean? It's just like sometimes when things are that much, you're just like, oh, I don't know if I want to. And again, it's 6 hours.
Yeah.
It's a long commitment.
Yeah, well, you can watch an hour at a time. It's a 6-episode series, limited series that's dropping on Netflix today. So, starring that all-star cast. Excellent rundown on things that are being released this weekend. Herb Stratford. We like to thank everyone for listening to the show, watching along on the podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, youtube.com/beefvegan. Just a reminder, we got such a great weekend of activities lined up for you. So tonight, Shooters, it's Kisses and Carnage from 7 to 10. Tomorrow, the Tucson Foodie Craft Beer Crawl, leading in to games for your Tucson Roadrunners. And on top of that, Tucson Rodeo is happening all weekend as well. So go out and enjoy yourself. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later. There you go. And that's our wrap.
Yeah.
We did it.
We just didn't get a beef tip, but that's okay.
I know. Well, that was my beef tip. Go out and live life, you know?
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
No excuse to be bored. There's so much to happening this weekend.
There you go. Here, you give the audience, the streamers, a beef tip before we wrap things up, Valdez.
No excuse to be bored. Go do something this weekend. So much to do and see.
It's weird. There's a loop going on in this podcast stream. That was literally the same thing you just said.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
All right, that was good, though. All right, well, we can't wait to see you guys tonight. Have a good weekend, and be back Monday morning.